What additional protections can admins implement beyond Google's spam filter to prevent phishing attacks? Phishing attacks are when someone pretends to be you or pretends to be someone else in your company or pretends to be another company or another someone or a bank and tries to send messages to you or your staff to socially engineer their way into your business or socially engineer your money out of your pocket into their bank account. So phishing attacks are very, very common right now. And the unfortunate thing is it's pretty easy to fake someone online or pretend to be someone. Someone can design a website, someone can design an email to look just like something that's come from your bank or some sort of legitimate message. And with that legitimate message, if you or a team member clicks the wrong button and hands over your email address and password combination, well, you may find that someone gets access to your systems and therefore potentially your bank account, which is a pretty scary thing. Unfortunately, many banks, insurance, and financial institutions won't help you in the case that you willingly transfer your money to someone or you willingly give up your email and password to someone who then transfers money out of your accounts. And getting access to your email is a treasure trove of information. The reason for that is that once someone's into your email, you've probably made a home loan application at one point over the years, and you'll have a copy of your passport and your signature on a document and your phone plan information and your telecommunications provider, basically a goldmine for someone to go and look into your details. Maybe once upon a time in a chat window in Google Chat, you sent a message to one of your staff members and you included the password for one of your online systems. So now they've got a copy of passwords, right? Phishing attacks get really dangerous really fast and they can be very subtle. Sometimes we'll see an email that is pretending to be your company. It appears to come from a real email address at your company. It may have been sent from an external server, but it will actually look like it's a real email address from your company. And these are the most dangerous ones because people look at that email address and assume that's correct. My staff have received emails that look like they come from peter@itgenius.com. And some of them have considered acting upon them. Thankfully, nothing bad has happened yet. And most of the time, the team will pick it up, or at least they've got a good policy of checking. But what else can we do to protect ourselves from these kind of attacks? Well, Google's got some built-in features, and then there's also some third-party solutions and third-party features that you can look at as well. So Google has a built-in spam filter, and the spam filter is pretty good, but it doesn't always catch all of the phishing attacks. Personally, I don't know why. I know Google are putting a lot of effort into getting better at detecting and stopping phishing attacks, but I don't know why they don't do an awesome job of that, frankly. Google and the rest of the internet have an open standard and an open protocol for DNS, which can help reduce phishing attacks. And a phishing attack is effectively someone pretending to be someone else. It's like someone showing up to your door and borrowing your t-shirt and then pretending to be you. They're not quite you, they're just pretending to be you. Now, one of the features that you can use to activate to protect yourself against phishing attacks is something called DMARC. And this is a DNS protocol that you can configure for your domain name, which is kind of like wax seal on an envelope every time someone sends an email out in your name. Different way of thinking about it is kind of like if you've got a bouncer assigned to the door of your email inbox and they're checking whether or not people have wax seals that the emails coming in are actually real emails from your domain. Now you need to configure two other records for this to work. You need to set up your SPF record and your DKIM record. Now I've got plenty of other videos covering that. If you search the channel for DNS, you're going to see a million videos, both conceptual videos and technical guides on how to set those up. So I won't cover them in this video. If you're interested in getting DMARC enforced, and that's the bouncer standing at the front door, you've got to have those two other protocols set up. And what you can do with DMARC is say, when emails come in and they don't fit the other policies, they don't have the wax seal, they're not on the VIP list, you can either quarantine them if you wish, or you can flat out reject them. Now, for those that are IT managers, you can actually set these up to go to a quarantine mailbox and you can review them from time to time. For most small business owners, you're not going to have time to do that, or you're not going to care to do that because you're busy running your business. You can safely reject these email messages and just don't even let them come to your domain. Now, do you immediately switch on the rejection policy? No. Best practice is to actually implement this in stages. First quarantining and then over time actually outright rejecting the messages. The reason for that is if you've not got things set correctly in your DNS records, and maybe you're sending email from something like MailChimp or another email sending service, and you don't want those emails to disappear and be completely rejected, well, you want to implement DMARC policy in phases of getting more and more strict, so you can make sure that you've got all of your email sending solutions configured correctly, and you'll receive the right emails, but then eventually none of the wrong emails. Now, if you'd like help setting this up, chat to our team, head along to itgenius.com in the link down below. We have a very accessible solution for this. It's called Quick Fix. Head along to our website, jump on to the Quick Fix button on itgenius.com, and you can select a DNS setup quick fix. Very affordable, 300 Australian dollar dues, which is about 200 USD. Very accessible service, and our team will help you to configure all of those DNS records for a fixed fee, and they just make the problem go away for you. Now, there are other ways that you can take a more advanced approach to trying to stop phishing emails, and that is to use a third-party service. Now, even though DMARC allows you to lock down people pretending to be you pretty well, and it'll virtually eliminate phishing emails that are pretending to be you or pretending to be one of your staff members, they don't stop someone sending an email from a domain name that looks very close to a legitimate domain name, but is in fact potentially not correct. Someone will use a very small combination that's very close to a bank or very close to a legitimate business, and an email that looks like it might be legitimate could arrive in your inbox. DMARC won't necessarily save you from that happening. And if you've got a large business or a hyper-critical business that you want to protect from the potential of somebody getting phishing emails through to your team, you might consider an external filtering service. Now, services like Cloudflare have a dedicated anti-phishing and email security solution, which means that you can put kind of like a firewall in front of your emails coming into your business. A filtering solution like Cloudflare will allow you to first have the emails monitored by a third party that has a lot of analysis data on millions and millions of emails across the internet, and the kind of emails that look like phishing emails. Then only those that aren't filtered come through to your mailbox. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, well, why doesn't Google do this? Doesn't Google Spam promise to take most of the spam out of your inbox? The answer is they should. They could do better. I'll leave it at that. So if you're interested in protecting your mailbox, consider these options. If you need help setting up your DNS, click the link below this video, and we'll be very happy to help you. Good luck staying safe online with your email security.
If you need more help with what we've covered in this video, itGenius provides support services to businesses all over the world with problems just like this. Click the link below to get started.